in, hopefully, and if not, it doesn't matter because we want who's ever with us to have a great time. We're really excited. I want to begin the program by introducing Karen Revo, who is here with her wonderful husband, Dr. Mark Revo. And Karen is the chair of our Israel committee. And Israel committee is sponsoring this program and a number of others. So Karen, bavakasha.
Thank you, Mark. Hi, everybody. So I especially want to thank Nava and her other half, Mark, for putting this together. You know, Nava is a wonderful chef, and we're really we're lucky to have Nava here tonight. And I think the most important thing is we always want your suggestions for Israel programming. And so you can email Mark, you can email me, whatever, and let us know what you're interested in. I know, Mark, you have a book review coming up Monday night?
Monday night, I have a book review. Yep. It's going to be.
And what's the name of the book? It's sort of an unusual name. It's a new book that has come out about the relationship between Palestinians and Jews, but I haven't read more than that yet. Right?
Opergion is the name of the book.
What is it?
Opergion.
Oh, yeah, Fran's reading that now. She loves it.
Yeah.
So she should come Monday night to the book review. And even if you haven't read it, I will explain what it is. So,
okay.
So anyway, thank you all for being here. And again, thank you, Nava, and enjoy eating and cooking and cleaning up.
So just one second. So I have to tell you before I give it to Nava, we have a lovely group that's here. We have some locals that are here, and I want to tell you that we have two. Everybody, if we could please mute yourselves.
No.
Everyone mute yourselves. Oh my God.
Hold on, I'm
By Amy Morrison, all the way from Temple, Israel.
No, I am in charge of muting. Hold on, please. Erev Tov.
Hi.
And besides Rabbi Morrison, who is a featured guest, we have two international participants. One is that you've met already is Rosie from Quebec, and just joining us all the way from Brazil is our immigration lawyer and the person that helped Nava get her citizenship, Doris Hirsch, who's here with us. So Doris, how do you say welcome?
Wow.
Obrigado, or whatever you say in Portuguese. It's nice to
Bonvenida.
And it's nice to have the boys with us and your husband. So welcome everyone. If you want to ask anything throughout the evening, there's the chat box down below. We're really so pleased that you're here. And to get the program started is someone who a few weeks ago looked at the program, the adult ed program. She goes, Mark, I see that I'm doing a program on Israeli cooking. I said, oops, I forgot to tell you. And Nava, God bless her, is very flexible and is amazing and has prepared a wonderful evening ahead of us. And so I'm going to introduce Nava to you. Nava's going to give us one set of instructions to get going, and then I'll take over for a minute.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. So I suggest before we start, let's go over the ingredients to see that everybody has everything we need.
Who's ever cooking.
So let's start with the hummus ingredients. So we need 2 cups of garbanzo, sorry. And I just want to say something about the garbanzo. I told you to buy the canned one. Of course, it's best to cook them from fresh and overnight, soak them, but I didn't want to make too much troubles for you. This is why I say canned. but we need to have 2 cups of garbanzo, the tahini, the lemon juice, it's from 1 lemon. By mistake, we wrote 2 lemons. It's 1 lemon that we need to squeeze. Don't know if you see me.
No.
And then salt and cumin. This is for the hummus. Let's go over the shakshuka. This is what I want you to do before we go on. So we have the tomatoes. So whoever is cooking, take your tomato and make with the knife an X. Put them in a bowl. Boil some water, like boiling water. So it's gonna take time, but I'm just telling you what to do. And after the water is boiled, pour it into the tomato and put it on the side, because when you're gonna get to the shakshuka, we're gonna peel the tomato. So let's do it first. Now, everybody, put it on the side, and then Mark wants to show you something before we start to cook.
And Craig, just a second before you start. Craig, 1 second. We have another international guest all the way from Toronto, Canada. This is like family of mine. This is Lindsay.
Hi.
This is
Hi.
Lindsay, who's hello, Lindsay. Say hi to everyone with us.
Lucy Little Chefs.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome
Oh
to our program. It's nice to have you. Lindsay's dad is my best friend, and we grew up together, and I've watched Lindsay grow up to be a mom of 2 right now. So welcome, Lindsay. We'll ask everyone to mute
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you. If you didn't hear already, we're taking your tomatoes, and if you're cooking, putting an X in them, and then pouring boiling water over them. And for
I
those
have
who
a
aren't,
question. Nava, is it only half a cup of water that we're supposed to boil?
No, the half cup of water is for later. This is an extra thing. So just
Okay, we need more water.
I boiled water, and I'm just gonna pour them on the,
you're making it soft because you're going to be peeling the tomatoes in a few minutes.
okay?
For those that aren't cooking, I would recommend getting a nice glass of red or white or scotch or whatever you're doing, like I'm doing, because I've got nothing to do except to be here next to my lovely wife. And so I want to say, first of all, l'chaim to everyone. And the most important thing, honestly, besides having a great time, is good health for everyone. So l'chaim,
Amen.
and I'm enjoying this. This is for all of you. Now, here we go. The first part of what Nava is going to prepare in just a few minutes with you is hummus. And so while you're getting ready, there's a film that we showed a few years ago at the temple. We have it, and I can get it and show it to you if you're interested. There's 2 great movies about Israeli food. One is a trailer that you're going to see called Hummus, the movie. And the second is a with Michael Solomonoff, who a few years ago, if you remember, was at Temple Beth Shalom with Zach Stern, Zach the baker. And he had a restaurant that didn't work well here called Dizengoff. And he also had a donut place that didn't work out with everything. But he's got the top restaurant, one of the top restaurants in Philadelphia called Zahav or Gold. And he did a documentary called In Search of Israeli Cuisine. But right now, we're going to show you a trailer for a film that's out now called Hummus, the movie. Enjoy.
Hummus. Everyone like hummus. Hummus is magic. Hummus? Hummus. 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 It's delicious. I think it's made from some kind of peas. Everybody knows now that chickpeas are actually superfood. Yum. There's a big dispute where it comes from. Israel? Pakistan? It's great. I know from the Middle East. I was the person who started rap culture in Hebrew. What is the main common denominator that makes everybody here stupid? So I decided it must be the homos. Homos metam tem tem metam tem tem metam tem. Homos metam tem tem metam tem tem metam tem. I'm born in Israel, so I'm in Israel, but my roots are Palestinian. Sometimes I'm more Arabic than Christian, sometimes I'm more Christian than Arabic. Come on, Tim. This is my father, Samir. He's the owner of this restaurant, and he worked here 65 years. I was working at a hummus place at a friend of mine, and he offered me to open a hummus place with his recipe. I was making the first part of hummus. Tasting was the best hummus I ever ate in my life.
There was times that we were very poor, and then God saved us. He sent us the hummus.
קוראים לי סוהילה, בת 50, אני מוסלמית מעכו, לא נשואה, רווקה. בילאל, נומרה חמסי, נפגלת?
אז את מחזיקה את כל המשפחה?
כן, הכל על הכתפיים שלי.
As a Israel refugee educator, they asked me to go to Israel and to judge the largest serving of hummus. So of course I accepted.
I think God chose, in my case, to bring my salvation through the hummus. Today we're looking for a place, maybe to open a restaurant here. Maybe I will divide myself 6 months in Israel and 6 months in Berlin.
אישה ככה להתחתן בחיים, למה? עבודה.
נשואה לחומוס. תסתכל כמה יש לבנים בסרק.
Okay, Craig. So in Israel, and I can only vouch for being in Israel, not in any of the other countries nearby, I want to tell you that people compete. And if you ask Israelis, everyone has their favorite hummus place. I've been to a few of those places that were in the movie. The first one in Ramla, where the dad has been there for 60 years. And I tell you, on a Shabbat, where obviously it's not kosher, people wait in line 2 hours. It's like the Joe Stone crabs of Ramla. People wait because it's the best hummus, they say. Or the one in Jaffa is the best hummus. The one in Akko, and I've been to that one as well. So to go to your favorite hummus place is something very special. In Jerusalem, I have mine that I go to, and you sit there, and it's home cooked. And tonight, you know, I know you can go to Publix, you can go to Trader Joe's, you can go to all those stores and buy hummus from the jar, which is fine. But tonight, you're going to get from Nava a chance to make real hummus right from scratch. So without further ado, Nava.
Okay, so everything I'm going to tell you to do, I prepared in advance because I wanted to be available to your questions. So I want to start with the sauce for the shakshuka because it's need to cook, and then we're going to do the hummus. So first, I hope you can see, cut your purple onion and the garlic, and I'm going to wait each step. When everybody is ready, tell me and we can go on. But I'm just telling you, we're going to cut purple onion and garlic, and then our colored peppers. This is going to be the first step to put in your pan with olive oil. So this is the first step.
Everyone, please mute themselves.
Only if you want to ask questions.
Unmute yourself or go into the chat, please. Good.
So I'm starting to cook my onion, but we're gonna wait because I know that everybody's just chopping now their ingredients.
Okay. Chop away, everyone, and if you're not, just talk amongst yourselves.
Or let's talk.
Or let's just talk.
Exactly.
Nabush? You know, while you're sitting there and while Nava's getting ready, every Monday at 4, we do an Israel update. And I want to tell you, you know, these past few days have been momentous in terms of what's going on in Israel and for the near future and the long-term future for that matter. And so we invite you to join us next Monday at 4 p.m. to get as much of an update as possible to see what's happening with the government and the changes in the government and possible future elections. So Nava is putting her onions in our brand new pan that we got last night.
And I don't want to confuse you, but just a tip. I'm doing everything in 2 pans. And the reason is because from the same sauce we're preparing the shakshuka, we can do another Israeli dish that's called chraime, which means the same sauce with pieces of salmon. It's exactly the same. So you have shakshuka with eggs, and you can have the same sauce with salmon.
In English, it's called Moroccan salmon. It's a very popular dish among Sephardic Jews, obviously among Moroccans, and it's a typical Friday night appetizer. Many Orthodox Sephardic Jews begin their meal with salads, of course, and then the first dish is a Moroccan salmon, Moroccan fish with this spicy tomato stew that you're going to have in a few minutes with the shakshuka, and then, of course, the main courses as well. So in our
Mark,
yes,
Mark, just
yeah.
a quick question. Are you recording this so that, you know, we can watch it again later?
As a matter of fact, the legendary Craig Burko has got it under control.
Perfect.
And it's being recorded.
Thank you.
Navu?
So you want to share with me where are you with the chopping so I know how to go on?
Adrian, how are we doing with the chopping? Thumbs up, we're good?
I'm so. But
Good.
I'll catch up.
I know Ben Marks is chopping. Mark Revo, we're good. Okay, great. So I don't know about you guys, but in my apartment, small kitchen that we have, the onions are sizzling. They are just.
Are sizzling? I don't think so.
I just want to show you for a second.
But they are. Not
Those are our sizzling onions, and some just landed on my computer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Malchus.
Okay. Now, Bush, get back here. Okay. Okay. We're giving you time to prepare your onions and your
garlic.
Onions and garlic should be cooking in the pan.
And I just want to tell you, when the onion and garlic are kind of soft, a little bit golden brown.
In cooking, we say when they're wet. When they're wet. Right, Michael Meltzer? We say wet.
Wet? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Michael, is that right?
Michael Meltzer?
Michael Meltzer's here, but I think that's the word. Go ahead.
We say golden brown and soft. And then I'm gonna add the peppers on top.
Those of you that live on Miami Beach, Yes Supermarket, this brand new kosher supermarket on the corner of Prairie and 41st, has great prices on colored peppers. Just throwing it out there for you so you know about that. Thank you very much. Thank you. My apartment is smelling of delicious peppers and onions right now and garlic. Carolyn, I feel the same is happening at your place. Adrian, is that true? Good. Mark Revo, yes. Beautiful. Good.
What about Lindsay?
Lindsay, are you cooking? Hold on, I'm coming over there to see Lindsay. Linda, Rose, hello, Matthew. We've got one of our youngest participants, Matthew Ross, with us. Matthew, where are you watching from? Space?
I'm watching from space.
Wow. You look great. It's a great connection.
It's great to see all of you. I'm not cooking tonight, but I just wanted to see everyone's face. Good to see you, Greg. How you doing?
Michael, can you answer this question?
Yes.
Is a term when you want to make the peppers or onions soft, do you say they're wet?
I've never heard that term before.
Oh, so I just made that up. Thank you very much, Michael. Sorry.
Did you say golden brown and soft, right?
Tender, clear.
Clear, right.
Rosie had a question. Why are you using 2 pans?
Okay, I'm gonna repeat what I said before. You can do from the same sauce that we're making now, you can do 2 Israeli dishes. One is the shakshuka, which is the tomato sauce with eggs. And usually in Israel, we eat it for breakfast. And the other dish, which is chraime, it's a Moroccan salmon. It's exactly the same ingredients, but instead of opening eggs that I'm going to show you later, we put pieces of salmon and we cook it until the salmon is very tender. And usually we eat it as an appetizer for Friday Shabbat dinner. So I just wanted to show, I did it on purpose to show you the 2 dishes we can make from one sauce. And Mark is taking a picture of me.
And Mark is back. Okay, Lisa has a question. If we want to do the salmon instead of the eggs, will you walk us through that recipe? Basically, I can answer that question, and that is, Lisa.
No, it's yes and no.
Hold on, Lisa. Nava's going to answer that question.
So everything I'm doing now, it's going to be the same base, the sauce for the salmon. The only difference going to be in the end of the process, which I will walk you through.
So be ready. If you want to put salmon, get ready, Lisa. We'll let you know. Or not. Okay. So
Okay. So I don't know. I want to know if.
Go over there.
Let's go to the next step. Even though you're not ready, it's okay. I want to show you the tomatoes. So the tomatoes now are going to be very easy to peel. I hope you can see, but you see how I peel the tomato? Very easy.
So that's a hint. If you want to peel tomatoes for another type of dish, you boil it. You just pour boiling water over it.
You need to do with the
X,
boiling water, and it's easy. And the reason we are peeling our tomato, because we're going to make cubes and we're going to add it to the onion and garlic and pepper, and it's just going to give more smooth feeling to your sauce. If not, the peel is going to separate from the tomato, and it's going to make it less pleasant in your mouth. So,
Nava's on the 4th tomato now, peeling it back.
and then I'm going to cut it into small pieces and add to everything.
Okay. Here are the 4 tomatoes and
5.
And the 5th.
It's okay. You can do 4, you can do 3. The good part about this sauce, it's not like we're baking a cake now that it needs to be exactly what I said. You can do less pepper, more tomato. Okay. Can we ask everybody how we are with timing? If I can go to the next step.
How we doing? Adrian, we good? You working? You okay?
What am I supposed to be doing now?
How are your tomatoes?
Oh, okay, so I will tell you where we
Tomatoes, my
are.
water is boiled, so I just poured it on the tomatoes. I have to do that later, peel them.
It's okay, and I can just tell you, if you don't want to peel them, it's totally fine. Not everybody peel them. It's something that I like to do it, but I can tell you that most of the people don't peel them. So if you want to do it now with us, don't peel them. Just cut them.
The water, they're just sitting there. It'll just be a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're sitting in the water right now.
How necessary are the peppers? I'm not a
How
pepper.
necessary are the peppers?
Yes.
You don't like peppers?
No.
So don't put peppers. Totally fine. The most important ingredient in this sauce is the tomatoes.
Tomatoes, okay.
So if you don't like peppers, no peppers.
Can I cook the peppers separately?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. And then whoever likes tomato, just add it.
So just cook them in with a little olive oil. Yeah?
Exactly.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
So it's okay if I will continue to cut the tomato now and add it? Everybody's fine?
Fix the pan, show the pan so people can see it. Yeah. Turn it up a little.
You see, the pepper are soft. They're not all the way cooked because they're gonna add the tomato, continue to cook it, and then I'm gonna put water so it's gonna really cook it. I want to do it now and go to the hummus so all the sauce can cook in the meantime. This is the idea.
So we're going to be adding tomatoes on top of the garlic and the peppers and the
And
onion.
the onion, right.
Exactly.
That's what I do now. Now I'm gonna cut the tomatoes.
So we're about to cut the tomatoes, as Nava has said, and here we go. Nava's getting her cutting board out of the dishwasher. Nava's very well organized here. I have to God bless her.
Okay, sorry, I need to move.
No, okay, good.
Okay,
Craig just told us not to move the laptop.
I'm sorry, Craig. And the size that you cut the tomatoes, it's really no big deal. Anyway, everything, when we add it, everything gonna be one big sauce. So you can cut it small, big.
Do you remove the seeds?
You don't.
You do not remove the seeds, Roger. Good question, though. That was an excellent question. We will give points for the best question of the night. And so far, Roger, you are in 5th place.
Roger, we do remove this part.
Roger, ask how many questions there have been.
We remove this part, of course. The hard part we remove. We don't use this part.
If you don't have fresh tomatoes, can you use the cans?
Yes, you can.
Diced
And I can also tell you that there are some people who wants to do it very fast, and they even don't use the tomato in can. They use the tomato paste. You can also do this. My loving of food is to do everything fresh and from scratch. But I tasted some shakshuka with the tomato from the can, and it was delicious. So yes, of course you can. I'm adding my tomatoes.
Here we go. Tomatoes are going in the pan.
Oh, we need another, which pan? In the onion pan?
Yeah. I
Did it
guess
go
you
in the
just have
onion
to
pan?
separate the, if you want to do it in both, we're gonna have to choose half and half.
No, I'll just cook the onions separately.
Mark, what kind of a knife is that? It went through the tomatoes really well.
This is actually a Costco knife that we bought on special last year before Christmas, to be 100% honest with
What's the
you.
name? What's the name?
Who knows? It's one of these, but you know what it is, Linda? The tomatoes are so soft. That's why it's really easy. After she boiled the tomatoes, it makes it a lot easy. It's also a good knife.
It is a good
It's
knife.
called Trudeau. No relationship to the Canadian Prime Minister.
Nava, did you put the tomatoes with the onions or with the peppers, or is everything all together?
Everything all together, but because you
Okay,
need to do the
perfect.
peppers separate,
Right, okay,
so do add the tomato to the onion and the garlic
okay, thank you.
to create the sauce.
Okay.
Nava, are you putting some of the tomato sauce and the onions and peppers in the other pan too?
I do. What I do everything exactly the same in two different pans.
Got it.
Just to create two sauces for two different dishes. תוציא לי שני סלמון מהפריזר. תכלס, שנעשה גם סלמון. I just asked my sous chef,
Which is me.
to take salmon from the freezer. You see what I do? I buy the big salmon and I just prepare for us portions in the freezer. And now I'm gonna put it in just inside water. It's gonna thaw. This is what you say?
Thaw.
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 And I'm gonna use it for my charaime.
I think Myrna Morris is here. And Myrna, it's very nice to have you with us. Welcome. I know you had asked about this, so I just see your name there, but I think it's you. So it's great to have you, Myrna, with us.
Thank you, Mark. I'd be cooking along with Nava if you answered my email.
Awesome. Wonderful, Myrna. Good, good. And if you have any questions, Myrna, you either just stop us and ask or put it in the chat because we're monitoring the chat to see. And we're really pleased we have 17 people joining us tonight. You know, this is not a Michael Meltzer event from the summer, but, you know, we're trying here because whatever. And I want to tell you, those of you that were lucky enough to attend Michael's events, we did two events, one in August, one in the summer, and then a little bit one later on. Michael put so much effort into that and brought his senior staff with him. And it was such a pleasure. And I watched him prepare and how hard he worked at those two events. So Michael, it's great to have you and watch what we're doing tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, what are we up to now? Nava?
Okay, let's see that everybody has. I want to show you, Craig, please.
Lower a little, good.
Okay, so I have my garlic,
Lower, good.
onion, tomato, and peppers. So if you're in the same position as me, let us cook for another 5 minutes. We're gonna add water and then we can go let it cook and we're gonna go to the hummus. And I'm gonna wait until everybody's ready. Okay, let's go. I want to tell you also when I sear everything, I smash tomato. So this way they're smashed and it's gonna create the sauce.
What's the
What's that? Oh, what's the word for Moroccan? Hold on, here's a question. What's the word for Moroccan salmon?
Charaime.
Chraime, like Chreime, chraime. Or in Hebrew, we say dag morakayit, Moroccan fish. I think Lindsay, do you make that back home for Shabbat sometimes? I know my niece makes it sometimes.
Yeah, Haley does.
Great. And it's,
Wait,
and again,
is the stove on low heat or like medium what?
I'm sorry?
What's the stove lit for heat? High, medium, low?
Medium.
Medium, okay.
Right. And again, typically Moroccan salmon is a Sephardic dish. Those of us that grew up in Ashkenazi homes did not have Moroccan salmon as an appetizer. We all had gefilte fish, right? We had gefilte fish with a little piece of carrot on the top and some horseradish, in a bowl in that little jar on the side. That's what most Ashkenazi Jews have. And I have to tell you, when I teach about Passover, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she makes horseradish from the root, the horseradish root. She takes the root of horseradish and shaves it off. And I have to tell you, on Passover, when you have that horseradish with, we have it initially with, when you make the maror sandwich at first, and then you put the charoset on for the second part, I tell you, it clears out the nasal system. So what Nava is preparing now is, there you go. Rosie's saying that her daughter-in-law in Israel makes it every Friday night. It is a traditional Sephardic dish.
Except she's an Aventura.
Oh, okay, good.
So I want to add something about chlayme, the Moroccan fish. The real Moroccan people, they add on top of the peppers that I put, they add hot pepper. Like, how you call it?
Harif.
Not harif, but what's the name of this pepper? Like the Mexicans.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno, exactly. And because everything they do, it's very, very spicy. I am Ashkenaz and I don't like spicy food. So my salmon they laugh at me. It's the Ashkenaz Moroccan salmon. So I don't add anything spicy. But if you like spicy, you can add either spices that you like or this very, very hot pepper. Okay, I'm gonna add water to my, it's okay, it's enough. I'm gonna add some water to this, not a lot. And salt, pepper, and cumin.
Which were all on your ingredient list. How much salt?
I would say teaspoon of each, like teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cumin, and teaspoon of pepper.
I have to tell you, you're not here, but the smell in this kitchen right now, with the tomatoes and the peppers and the onions and the garlic. Hold on 1 second. I'm moving it here and it's not going to spill, but I just want to show you it's getting soft and mushy. That's what we want. Back to Nava.
Maybe we should check on everybody to see.
Okay, for those that are cooking, Lisa, or I'm not sure if you're cooking or not. Lisa, are you doing okay? I can't see.
Cicero is not
I know. Carolyn, how are we doing? Let me see.
We're doing great. We're good. We're all in.
Beautiful. Matthew, I know you're watching. Matthew Ross, how does it look from afar?
I can almost smell it.
There you go. That's the right answer. That's exactly. Doris, are you guys cooking or watching? I'm not sure. All the way in Brazil. I think they're just watching. Karen and Mark, how are we doing? Thumbs up. We're getting close. We're good. Karen, let me see. I want to see Karen. Oh, beautiful. Look at Karen and Mark. That's exact. That's very, very nice. Beautiful.
You won't be on the video.
Good.
Mark, Whitney wants to say hi.
Where's she?
Hi.
Where's Whitney? Hold on. I gotta see Whitney. Oh, Whitney, everyone, this is Whitney Marks. Whitney is one of my my legendary prize students, along with her two brothers. For many years, I had the honor of every summer, second session, taking Whitney through her fall street, taking her to Camp Coleman. And for many years, I would go visit her at her lunch table or dinner table and just check in. And when she got older and she got to be a teenager like she is today, I told her on the first day, I said, listen, I know you've outgrown me coming to say hi to you, but whenever you need me, you know where I sit. I sit one or two tables away. If you need me, you come and see me. If not, I'm not going to bother you. I know what it's like to be a teenager, so I respect that. And Whitney, I told your mom, you watch a show called Atypical. Watch out, be careful, don't burn yourself. There's a show called Atypical, and the star actress is you. It's like you're in it.
Oh, wait, can you tell me what's her name in the show?
I know she's the lead actress. She's the sister. She's the sister in the show. And if you see her, you'll say, it's me. So I'm telling you, it's you.
But I think I know who they're talking about.
Does anyone ever stop you and say, are you in a TV show called Atypical?
No, well, somebody has said that I remind them of one of the characters, but I don't know if it's the same one.
It's the lead act. You'll see who it is. I'll take a picture later on and send it to your mom.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Welcome. I'm glad. Carolyn, you're good. You're ready to go?
We're ready.
Awesome.
We're there.
Good.
I don't want to confuse you, but whoever do the Raime, the salmon also, and if not now, later, the difference between the shakshuka and the salmon that I add turmeric.
Turmeric.
In the shakshuka, I only put cumin, but the salmon also turmeric.
Lisa Cicero, that's for you. If you're making salmon and you want to do it in one pan, Nava is adding turmeric. Okay, oh, Lisa got it. She's good to go. So in one pan we have turmeric, in one pan we have cumin and turmeric. So,
no.
Oh, just turmeric. Okay. Whatever. So right now, here's an update of how it looks for us. And it's getting softer and softer. It goes back, and I think.
I want to tell you.
Go look.
Sorry, Craig, I need to move it. Okay, so now that it's almost ready, I'm gonna put it in low, just to let it cook a little bit more. And when everybody is ready, we're gonna move to the hummus and let it cook. So you just let me know when we can move to the hummus.
1 teaspoon of turmeric for now. Lisa asked.
Yes.
Yes, Lisa. One teaspoon of turmeric for the salmon.
Do you add cumin to the salmon as well, or just turmeric?
Yes, cumin and turmeric. The
Okay.
salmon, only cumin for the shakshuka.
Okay.
That's how flexible Nava is. She just pivoted. Just pivoted and went with the salmon as well. And the salmon in our end is thawing out in the sink here in a bowl, and it is sizzling away. And I think we're almost ready for the hummus. And I have to tell you, I just want to give you an advance notice. When the hummus is going to be ready, we have some delicious pita here. Or if you have bread at home, Carolyn and Adrian and those that are cooking, you will take the pita, and there's a concept called lenegev, which means to wipe. When a parent asks their kid, have you wiped yet? Have you wiped yourself? And lenegev, you're gonna see me take the whole wheat pizza that we have, and we're gonna dip it in, but you'll see that in just a few minutes. And if that weren't enough, we also have delicious Israeli pickles that you sort of eat. And then, when you go to an Israeli restaurant, there's a restaurant up in Aventura called Itzel Itzik. It's on Miami. It's on West Dixie, just north of Miami Gardens. It's one of those typical Israeli places that you ought to try once. You sit down, and they throw all these little plates of salad to you on your table. Then they bring the hummus if you want. They bring the pizza bread if you want. And then they have the pickles there. And that's before you pick your main course. So on a Saturday afternoon, They offer shakshuka, and they offer a very typical Shabbat dish also for Sephardim, for Sephardic Jews, called jachnun, which is a typical Saturday afternoon sort of heavy, starchy dish that many people eat. And the idea is when people eat these heavy lunches for Shabbat, that after lunch, you're to rest, you're to take a nap. When Ashkenazi Jews and even Sephardic Jews eat a typical cholent or chamim, a stew with beef and barley and vegetables and all kinds of things, an hour or two after you eat, you want to, your eyes get drowsy and you want to take a rest. And that's what Shabbat is supposed to be like. And now, without further ado, here is Nava, ready to go.
I just want to know if everybody is ready to move to the hummus.
If yes, Carolyn says yes. Mark and Karen say yes. Myrna, you good to go?
Are we leaving the tomatoes on the stove on?
Yes, in a very low, just
Low,
to let them cook slowly. And then we're gonna go back to the tomatoes.
Lindsay, everybody wants to know who that little child next to you and what the name is.
This is Mia.
Mia, are you eating chickpeas?
Mia eats chickpeas out of the can, and we're very happy that she's there. Mia, enjoy. Mia, how's your Zadie Warren? Have you seen Zadie Warren?
Mia, we love your Zadie Warren.
She FaceTimed with him for an hour before.
Okay.
Played Play-Doh with him.
Her grandfather is my best friend. I was best man at her dad's wedding, at
You know that.
dad's wedding. So
I did in Bobby's wedding.
there you go. Okay, let's go.
Okay, we're ready for hummus. So I don't know if everybody heard what I said about the garbanzo beans. What I did, and I'm sorry I didn't share it with you because I thought it's going to be overwhelming, so you can do it for the next time. So I took dried garbanzo beans, I soaked them overnight in water, and today I cooked them for 20 minutes until they were soft. And what happened when you cook the garbanzo beans, the skin just come out of the garbanzo beans and it just make it a smoother hummus. So I know you have the can, right? I just want to know if everybody already opened the can and how do you say it? I'm sorry, strained your beans. You did it?
Right, they should be dry now without the water.
Exactly, okay? So I have 2 cups of garbanzo beans. Hi. I have a guest. Hi.
Boy, Sam. We have a special guest. One second. One of the things about living in our building is, Dahlia, get over here. Go over there. This is Dahlia Katz, the director. Move up closer so they see you. This is Dahlia. Dahlia's in charge of our child, our camp, and all kinds of things at school. And so she lives in our building. And here, you know what? I feel so comfortable with you. We needed paper towels. God bless Dahlia. She brought over paper towels. Thank you, Dahlia.
Dahlia was also Whitney's first teacher at Temple Beth Shalom.
Wow. Carolyn Marks.
Oh, no. Hi, darling. How are you? Age 2.
And when everything will be ready, we're going to bring Dahlia and her family one of our pans with shakshuka.
Okay, Doris asked if you use baking soda. The answer is no. Nava did not use any baking soda.
It's not true. I'm sorry, Mama.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
So you can use baking soda or you don't have to.
Lamala.
If you use baking soda, it's just going to make the cooking of the garbanzo beans quicker. If you don't use, it's also okay. It's just going to take longer. And yes, I used because I wanted to make it quicker. Okay, so can I start with the hummus? Yes, yes. So I take the 2 cups of the garbanzo beans and I put in my food processor. Okay, everybody? I add, and I'm very sorry, it was a mistake of typing. We wrote you lemon juice from 2 lemons, which is not true. It's from 1 lemon. So if you didn't squeeze it yet, it's 1 lemon. And if you did, just take half of what you did. So let me know, we squeeze 1 lemon and we put it inside.
Any questions?
Half cup of water, and I add it. And half cup of tahini, which is the sesame spread or ground sesame seeds. Half. And I add it too. And I'm gonna add a teaspoon of cumin. And with salt, it's really depend on you. I wrote you 1 teaspoon of salt. Myself, I use half a teaspoon of salt because I don't like salty food. So it's really whatever you like with your food. I'm gonna do half.
What brand of tahini did you use, Nava?
Okay, it's a great question.
Roger, that happened to be a great question. You've moved up to number 4 for the best question of the night.
Okay, so I used, how do you pronounce it?
Krinos. It happens to be a kosher sesame seed. It's called, it says imported tahini or ground sesame seeds. But in any of those nice stores like Whole Foods or Fresh Market or even Publix has
tahini.
Has tahini.
There is one brand that, I'm sorry for the company, I don't want to mess their income, but they're just not good. There is one brand that called Achva. It's like a can with orange and brown. It's not a good tahini. Don't use it. I use either this or the one from Whole Foods, which is a great brand. But any that you like. Okay, so that's it. This is all we do. Something everything.
Lemon juice.
I put lemon. I'm gonna repeat what I did. 2 cups of garbanzo beans, half cup of the tahini, half cup of water, lemon juice from 1 lemon, teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of salt or less salt. And now I'm just gonna let it run,
yeah,
I guess. And honestly, you can do it. It's also up to you. If you want it very, very creamy, you make it longer. If you want it with pieces, you make it shorter.
Do some people put garlic in?
Some people put garlic, some people put olive oils. I make it the most plain, I guess.
Simple
Maybe, because I prefer to have it like basic, that you can add on top of this parsley, paprika, the pickles from Israel. So your base is very simple and you can add stuff.
Right, and in a second when you see it's going to be ready, go ahead, Nava. I think you saw it in the movie, there's all kinds of toppings. So when you go into a restaurant in Israel and you go to a hummus place, there's all kinds of things that you could put on it. Some people put mushrooms. Some people put garbanzo beans. Some people put meat on it. It all depends what you want to put on it. But this is like a simple made hummus for everyone to see. It'll be ready in just a second. And then we'll show you the texture and what it looks like in 1 second.
I'm stopping to check if I like the texture.
Do you?
I want to show with the teaspoon. Okay, it's nice, but I'm gonna make it a little bit more because I see some pieces and I like it very smooth. So I'm gonna continue to do it.
Meanwhile, I've put some pizza in the oven to make it nice and toasty. Because when I'm about to show you, I don't know if any of you remember, there was a show many years ago called The Galloping Gourmet with a guy named Graham Kerr. He was this English guy. And after he cooked all of his food, he used to taste it. And he used to love everything that he made. I am going to be the Graham Kerr tonight. The tomato sauce looks amazing, Navush.
I want to say something. And we don't gonna do it now because it's just gonna take time. 1 second, Navush. I'm in the middle of talking.
Sorry,
So,
I'm all excited.
so honestly, when I do hummus, I let it run for 15 to 20 minutes, okay? But we don't gonna do it tonight because we need to go on. So it's gonna still be great, but I really like it like a paste, very smooth. So I'm gonna let it a few minutes, and then I'm gonna show you how I decorated with beautiful plate that belonged to Michael's Catering, and I took it from the kitchen master because I wanted to show them how.
Hard to hear her now. We can't hear Nava.
Oh,
And now, is it better? Hold on. Can you hear me now, Linda?
Very softly.
Yeah, just speak a little bit louder.
Better.
Okay, hold on. We're going to try again, and hopefully you can hear us now. And we're going to speak up nice and loud. No.
now you can hear me? Yes? Okay. So I'm gonna let it blend for 3 more minutes, and then I'm gonna show you how I arrange on the plate, and we're gonna finish our shakshuka. Okay?
Want to just make sure how we're doing, everyone. Those that are cooking, Karen, we're okay. Karen Rebo, Carolyn, Lindsay, Adrian. Want to make sure we're okay. Good. Awesome. In just a second, we're going to show you what it's going to look like.
Okay. Okay.
Nava, I have a question for you. If my hummus seems a little liquidy, although I did drain the water, how can I make it thicker?
The only way, and I don't know if you have extra, you need to put more garbanzo beans.
More garbanzo beans. Okay, I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you
No,
have.
that's okay. You know what? My can was 15.5 ounces, so I cheated a little. So I think that I shouldn't have cheated that 0.5. That might be the difference.
Yeah, you have more?
Adrian, it's always the 0.5 that make the difference.
Exactly. That 0.5 is getting me.
But you know what? I'm looking at yours. It looks nice. It looks fine.
And
Yeah, for you. It's like,
Let
it's
me
a
see.
little, it's not so liquid.
Okay, so it's kind of on the trina side and not on the hummus. You know, we make hummus and we make tahini, right? For dinner. So you have a tahini and it's perfectly fine.
Okay. And now here comes.
So now I'm gonna. Sorry, Markush.
So Nava calls me, but no one else can call me that except Nava.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay.
It's got a very nice texture to it.
I'm gonna show in a minute. So I put it in my plate. Okay. And I'm going to add
Oh, wait, I'll do this.
I'm adding some chopped parsley.
Shaman?
In a minute.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cut a pickle.
No, that's what it's. Great.
And with my spoon, create like a, I'm gonna put some olive. Okay, and Mark's gonna show you how he eats it.
Okay, kids, I'm going to the oven to get some fresh hot pita that's nice and toasty. I know you wish you could be here with me, but you can't be. So I am going to enjoy this right now. The pizza is a little warm, but I'm going to suffer with it. Now, you take the pita and you wipe it. You sort of wipe it like that. And when I was telling you about Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet, and for you young people like Miss Pardo and Matthew and Whitney, Google Graham Kerr and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then you take the hummus. Oh, it's friggin', I want to tell you, it's delicious. Mark Revo, how's your hummus? Nice. So that's what you do. You take the pizza bread like this, you dip it in, you wipe it into the hummus. That's how people eat hummus. Sorry, kids, I have to tell you, I know, don't be jealous. It is what it is. That's life. Live with it. Sorry, kids. That's a hummus. Mark Revo, how's yours? Josh Lawrence, we have the legendary Josh Lawrence with us. Josh, did you make hummus?
I did not, Mark. I've been watching, and I chimed in late.
Right. All right.
But
Mark,
it looks delicious.
Thank you, Josh. It's great to have you with us. Say hi to Selma. I just got to wipe my mouth full of hummus right now.
Mamash madhim.
Mamash madhim. So
It's really, really amazing.
Mamash madhim means really, really amazing.
Amazing.
Good. So you made it, and again, Mark, if you wanted to, or Adrian, or anyone that's making, if you had like
So good, honey.
if you have like, guys, mute yourselves for a sec. If you have like cooked mushrooms, or if you had garbanzo beans that were cooked with spices. Nava, we found this dish yesterday. I don't know where I got it from. This garbanzo bean soup that looks amazing. It's a Moroccan bean soup. That it's the vegan soup that actually Nava's making tomorrow for Shabbat dinner. We're going to France.
as you see, both of us are very Polish and Ashkenaz, but we love Moroccan food. And now, if you're ready, let's finish our shakshuka. And I need
One more time, here's the plate of hummus. So you see the pickles on one side, the olive oil, the parsley that's there as well. And it's really got a nice texture to it. It's a thick sort of texture to the hummus as well.
And by the way, I want to say something else about if it's too soft and you don't have more garbanzo, if you put it in the refrigerator for a few hours, you're gonna make it harder. So just for
thicker.
Sorry for my English. Okay, let's go to the shakshuka. Is everybody ready to go back to the shakshuka? Craig, can Mark bring the computer to me?
Craig says yes.
Okay.
So here we go.
So what they're gonna do now?
I see Josh. Can you spotlight us? Craig? Hold on. There you go. Spotlight Nava or me? And we see you. I see you. Do you see everyone see Craig or me? There you
Okay.
go. Beautiful. Thank
So
you.
I'm gonna put now, it's gonna be high again. It was low. I'm gonna put high, maybe between medium and high. And I'm gonna create in my sauce kind of circles, okay? Because I want in each circle, I'm gonna open an egg.
This is one of the big moments for tonight.
So I'm opening one egg to the hole. And I just let it sit. And I'm gonna create another kind of hole for the next egg. And it's too high, I'm gonna make it medium. I'm gonna make 3 eggs because Mark eats 2 and I eat 1.
Craig and I went for breakfast today. To be full disclosure, Craig, tell everyone that I did not have eggs this morning because I said I was going to be eating eggs tonight, making shakshuka. Yes or no?
I'm sorry.
I can vouch for that comment. You're correct.
Thank you,
Okay.
Craig. Thank you.
So on
Well, I
top,
say hello to Mark when you get.
on top of the eggs, I'm gonna put parsley, just like this. And again with the salt. Whoever likes salt, this is a good part now to put some salt on the eggs. I'm not putting, Mark's gonna put it later, and I'm gonna cover my shakshuka, put it like in a low medium, let it sit. Now there is important that I want to tell you. It depends how you like your egg. If you like it soft, you're gonna put it after the heat before. If you like your egg hard, you're gonna just leave it. It's important to cover, so we're gonna cook together.
You know,
Voila.
yeah, Josh had a question, Josh Lawrence. What's your favorite hummus place in Israel? Josh, I don't know if you were there at the beginning, but we showed a piece from a movie called Hummus the Movie, and they showed a few of my favorite places. One is in Jaffa, one is in Akko, one is in Ramla, and my son-in-law has a place near the Mamila Hotel in Jerusalem that he loves, and it's this woman that makes it every day nice and fresh. What is yours, Josh?
The one in Akko, Hummus Said.
The best. And they actually this film, and I own that film called Hummus the Movie. And by the way, I will show it. I will show it next month. Here, I'm back here. I will show that film again for anyone that wants to watch it.
Hummus Raphael Katzrin in the Golan, the best in the Negev.
That's a very nice place. That's
in the Galil.
Too. You know what? But it's like here when you say, "What's your favorite burger place? What's your favorite steak place?" Everyone's got their favorites, but some are more popular than others. I'm showing a film, by the way, next month that I hope you can join me. It's a really great movie. It's called A Matter of Size. Those that have been in the temple for many years might have seen it. It's about an overweight Israeli who
Unmute up there.
Who can't lose weight, and so he becomes a sumo wrestler in Israel. And it's a fun, feel-good movie. It's part of our actually feel-good Israeli series. We started with the Women's Balcony. I hope many of you were able to join us, and then it will continue on in March with our third and final film of that series. So Nava's got the shakshuka cooking in one pan.
I'm going to show you how it's advancing.
Look how it looks right now.
Okay, it's not ready yet because it's still running, the eggs, but it's getting there.
And Nava knows I like my eggs well done. So she'll cook it a little longer. We're very lucky. First of all, I see Evan Marks with us, who's here with his lovely wife, Carolyn, and the president of our congregation, Stephen Pardo, has joined us with Adrian and Carly. Stephen, are you ready to eat some shakshuka?
I'm ready. I'm looking at it. It looks delicious. Yum.
He just gets to appreciate all our
Perfect.
hard work.
Perfect timing.
That's what it's all about, timing, Steve. It's all about timing in life. Good for you. We appreciate, Adrian was the chair of our 2 cooking events and really worked hard with Michael Meltzer as our lay leader. I remember her making sure that everything was all set and coming and filming in the kitchen and so great. Adrian, thank you for everything that you do, and Steve, thanks for your leadership. We also have our sisterhood president.
Karen Rebo was my second hand on it too.
Yes, she was, and she did a great
we
job.
couldn't have done it without Michael Meltzer though. It was really all about Michael Meltzer.
Yeah, Mike.
And Adrian.
It was great. It was just 2 really fun events. And when we do things that we think people enjoy, we want to continue doing them, and we can offer more in the future. With Marty Winston is Phyllis, and Phyllis is our co-sisterhood president. And Phyllis again was involved with that, and they did a program. I think they did a really fun program last week with Painting with a Twist, which we did in person a few years ago at the temple, but now because of things did it virtually, and I heard it was a great event. And Rosie, yes, Alyssa Pardo is Steve Pardo's sister. Steve, someone was asking if you're related to Alyssa, and yes, her name is.
Yeah. Yes. She's my yoga. When I'm in Florida, I go to her for yoga. She's amazing.
You're making her brother Shep Naches. That is very good.
In fact, I remember when your mother passed away, that was tough. You could send her my regards from Montreal, Rosie from Montreal. Maybe she'll remember me.
Say Rosie from Montreal. I think that Mark Revo is sharing with everyone. Craig, can you spotlight Mark Revo for a second? Mark, show. Wow.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Unbelievable.
That's what shakshuka look. Mark, that is the serious shakshuka. Yafet.
In the house.
Okay. Carolyn and Evan, are you ready to show us yours? Can you spotlight Carolyn and Evan? I'm not sure what their name is there. Let's see. Wow.
Wow, everybody, such a great shakshukas.
I can smell it at your house. Carolyn, is that smell wafting up into the sky?
Indeed.
Beautiful. Let's see who else. That's who's over here. Adrian. Let's see, Adrian. Craig, can you go over to Adrian? Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, fair.
Amazing.
Very, very nice, guys. So ideally, what you would do now, seriously, in just a second when you're done, you put on anything that you want, any garnishes. But again, it's you take pita bread, or we're lucky in this town we have Zach the baker. And you get a nice fresh sourdough bread. You cut it into thick slices, and you dip it into that tomato sauce with the onions, with the garlic, with the peppers, and you make the sauce on top of the bread, and it's amazing. Navus,
it's okay. Whoever is doing the Moroccan salmon,
Lisa Cicero.
I just want to show you that the sauce is ready. I just added more water because the salmon gonna cook now inside the sauce. And I have my salmon ready to go. I put it this side down. I'm gonna show you in a minute.
Guess what I'm having for dinner, kids?
So so I put the salmon like this.
Skin up.
Skin up, face down. I'm going to add now, because it's a fish, I'm gonna add more pepper. I'm gonna add more turmeric. more cumin, more salt, and all my parsley. And the difference between this and the shakshuka, that you add parsley and cilantro. To the fish, you also add cilantro. And you mix it and let it sit for at least 30 minutes.
Okay, show everyone your shakshuka, Navush.
I will in a minute.
Hold on, this is our shakshuka. Wow. I want to tell you, it is
Looks good.
Serious shakshuka. Carolyn, are you eating yours? Are you
No,
having
but Ben and Whitney and Evan are all, I'm almost there. I'm still serving plates.
Yuffie. And so you have the shakshuka on one side, you have the hummus, you have nice pita or fresh bread. Do you cover the fish, Navush?
Yes, you do.
Yes, good question, Rosie. You are number 3 in the best questions. Craig Burko, what was Linda's question? Linda had a great question.
Oh, this is delicious.
Friedman
Good
had a
red
great
pepper.
question. Linda, what did you ask at the beginning?
Oh, it was, but whether you needed to could use canned tomatoes.
Linda, you are leading for the best question of the night right now. I just want to tell you.
Oh, no, Roger is.
Roger's got number 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, okay.
Rosie's at number 2, and we'll see if anyone can top, because right now.
So Mark, I have a little confession.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I used canned tomatoes. I used whole canned peeled tomatoes, and I used a potato masher. I put them into the skillet, and I used a potato masher, smush, 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 and it was very easy. That's my confession.
That's a great way to do it, Carolyn. That's a great way to make it as well. It's an easier way, and it works. It works perfectly.
It worked. It did work.
Yes. Mark, I have a question.
Yes.
What is your nickname that Nava calls you?
Okay, just because I love you guys and because I've worked at the temple for 23 years now. Back home, everyone calls me Buddy. Everyone calls me, but nobody calls me Mark. My best friends, my oldest friends call me Buddy. Nava calls me Markus.
But Mark started, not me. Mark one day called me Navush. So I called him back Markus.
So that's why, and it's way too much more information than anybody needs to know. But since you asked, and Karen, I'm sorry, but it's still not the number 1 question of the night. Linda, you've moved up to number 2. Linda, you're still number 1. Go ahead. Navush, what do you have to show?
Okay, the salmon is like cooking.
Just a second.
Just cooking.
It's really delicious. And on Shabbat, to have some nice fresh challah, and you cut up the challah, or some people, I don't know what your tradition is, some people rip the challah into pieces, and you dip that challah into the Moroccan salmon sauce. It's amazing. It's amazing. Rosie, since you asked, on January 1st, it's our 10th anniversary. We got married on 1/1/11. January the 1st, 2011, and on January the 1st, 2021, it will be our 10th wedding anniversary. And again, we were planning this.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
We were planning this big party
with
Michael Meltzer catering and everything else, and the number of people coming. But what can I tell you? We postponed it and so on. I have a little question, Navush. Lisa likes your salmon. Lisa knows that you like your salmon well done. If we want the salmon a little more on the rare side, how long would we cook it for? 15 minutes?
No, so I'm sorry, Lisa. This dish is not for rare any fish. This is a cooked salmon. It's going to be cooked all the way, and it's delicious. It's going to be soft, and it's going to be like a dish cooked salmon.
I am making this offer right now. Anyone that says to me right now, they will come to 5750 Collins Avenue. I will meet them downstairs and bring them in one of these. Hold on. Nava bought these beautiful things, these whatever they're called, these Pyrex or whatever they're called. We got them on Amazon, like 10 of them for like $50. We will put some shakshuka and hummus ready for you. And Kathy asked if we flipped the salmon or did we just?
Yes, we did flip the salmon in the end.
Kathy, you've moved up to number 2 for the best question of the night.
Reyes, could you also use cod? Could you use cod?
You can use cod. You can use cod. You can use salmon. You can use really.
Linda, I can tell you, a lot of people use tilapia. A lot of people use tilapia. It's a reasonable, it's a more reasonable price fish than many of the others. But ideally, salmon is the most traditional one to eat. But tilapia, cod, haddock are all fishes, are all types of fish that people use as well.
So like when the fish is ready and I flip the fish over, I put more parsley and cilantro. I cook it with a cover for 5-10 minutes. Wow.
Very nice. Look
Beautiful.
at Mark. That's Mark Rivos and Karen's.
Wow.
Beautiful. That's
Amazing.
lovely fish. Very nice. And I have to tell you, I know everyone's looking at it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be so tasty when you guys eat that. Let's get an update on our shakshuka, Navu. Show everyone where we're at.
Ready.
I'm telling you, it's
ready.
perfect now. That's the way shakshuka should look.
Oh my God.
Like all of your shakshukas are perfect.
So, Mark,
like that.
so the eggs are hard boiled basically in there?
It depends how you like them. Nava knows that I like them more
But
well
it's a
done.
good question. Let me show you. Bring it closer. I want to show you something. You see how the white parts separate from the yellow?
Yeah.
So it's ready. It's hard inside, so it's ready.
Some people like it. Some people, Alice, like it cooked on a more rare, where you can dip it in, and the egg is running. So you would just cook the eggs for less time, and you could see that. You could see that as well.
And I just want to go back to Lisa's question about the fish. Lisa, I'm sorry. If you like your fish rare, of course you can cook it for less. But the original Moroccan salmon, it's cooked. The idea is for cooked food, like all the way cooked for a long time. But
So Alice just asked about the salmon. And again, because we are so comfortable with all of you, I will tell you that at Fresh Market on Sundays, they offer salmon at $5.95 a pound.
Oh, wow.
Ridiculous price, but you get a big, you have to buy like 3 pounds, but they're very nice to us and they cut it into slices. First, they peel the bottom for us, which they don't like to do. And then they cut it into small individual slices. We bring it home and then Nava puts it in the freezer. And then that's what you saw Nava use to make the Moroccan salmon today. And joining us, by the way, is someone we'd like to introduce you to. This is Turco. Betty is here. God bless Betty and Craig. Look at the two of them. Craig, spotlight yourself, please, for a second. Craig, spotlight yourself so people can look at them. I don't know, the two of them look not like $1 million, but like $2 million. That's how good both of them look and feel, and share their really beautiful, positive stories with everyone else. So Betty, it's great to have you. We talked about you this morning at breakfast.
Thank you. And we got this way eating a lot of salmon and recipes just like that.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Do you like to cook?
Yeah, well, yeah, and Betty, if I can say, Craig, Betty is teaching others to share the very positive things that she's done in her life over these past few years, And so, it's great to have you, Betty. And
Thank you.
you know how much I love working with your husband on a
I
daily basis.
do, and we miss really getting together. We can't wait.
Yeah.
Get all together again.
Us too. So guys, we're nearing the end of the program, but what we want to do is really open it up to any questions. I am telling you, when this program's over and we say goodnight, I am about to eat some friggin' awesome hummus and shakshuka. I don't know about the Moroccan salmon. I'm not sure when I'm eating that, but I would imagine, or Nava may eat that too. And again, those of you that have been lucky enough to use Michael Meltzer as your caterers for any events, we are blessed to have Michael Meltzer, and blessed to have Michael. And Michael has been a mentor to Nava over these past number of years, and is a dear friend of ours. So it's great to have you, Michael, with us. Really lovely to have you with us. So,
Mark, I
yeah,
can be
Alice.
at your apartment in 7 minutes.
Hey, you know what, Alice? In Hebrew, you say this thing called paka paka, which means talk. But if you're actually going to be here, I will walk downstairs. I will put that stuff in the walk-in thing, and in that package, and have it for you downstairs.
How about if I bring my own and then you don't have to?
Okay.
That's even better. Do that.
Okay. I'm going to get dressed. I'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
Alice,
Eat yours.
And I got to tell you guys, if you don't know Alice Miller, Alice
Serious.
Miller says something, she means it. Alice Miller you got to love Alice, because there's only one Alice Miller. She says it as it is, and she does it just like she says.
Do you mind if I come and get it?
Absolutely not.
Seriously.
You kidding? That's what
Seriously.
you have it for. Come on. Guys, I want to tell you again, we have people. Doris is here from Brazil. I'm just looking at everyone. It's so great to have. Myrna, how did yours come out? I know you're not on camera. Myrna, how did yours come out? Myrna, unmute yourself if you can. Lisa, unmute yourself if you can, and if you guys made the salmon. I went through some wine here. Mark Revo, have you had yours yet?
We're eating.
We are eating now. It's
good.
unbelievable. We're saving the salmon for Shabbat dinner and the hummus.
And I want to thank Nava so much for this.
Woohoo!
Really, just really great. Now, this is the first time, Nava, this is your first time doing this, right? You did amazing. And I hope you'll do it again if people have suggestions.
I have a great support system.
Yes.
I can do it only with Mark.
Okay.
So, guys, it's
Mark?
7:30. We had you for an hour and a half. Lindsay, I wanted to see if Lindsay's with us from Canada. I know Rosie was watching. Lindsay was making. Carolyn, have you had? Are the kids eating? And Evan?
They have finished. There is not an
Wow.
egg left in my kitchen.
Michael, thanks for being with us. Carolyn, you know what that reminds me of Benihana. When you go to Benihana,
That's so
and
good.
you eat the food so
Isn't it?
fast.
You have fun?
They bring you the food and it's done by the time the guy's done cooking his food. So I know what you're saying. We are savoring ours here, because I know now I have to save some for Alice. So we can give that to her when she comes in. And I want to say on Karen, on behalf of the Israel Committee, next Saturday, while you're all here with us, next Saturday morning, the 12th at 10:30, which will be 5:30 p.m. in Israel, we're doing a program with Rosh Pinah, our sister city up in the north in Israel. And at that point, we're going to light the third candle of Hanukkah together. And it's going to be a really nice program. And for those who came on late, the next night on the 13th, we're going to the Wynwood Carpool Drive-In Cinema. And we're going to be watching Rugrats Hanukkah, the mayor of Miami Beach, Dan Gelber, is coming to light the Hanukkah. You're going to be getting popcorn and drinks delivered in candies to your car. You're going to have a chance to order food and brought to your car. So sign up. We only have 60 spots available for that, and we think we're going to sell that program out. So we hope you can join us for that. It's really great to have such a nice mix of people here. For everyone that was interested in this, you know, we're trying really hard to continue to keep our community engaged and involved and connected. And any ideas that you have, please feel free to reach out. We have lay leaders with us. We have, Phyllis Winston, our sisterhood president, co-sisterhood president. We have Karen Revo, our Israel chair, Alice Millers, a past executive director. We even have Kathy Ty all the way from Tampa, Florida, who we love. Kathy comes to our programs. We do these programs every week, and Kathy's with us, and Alice and Marty, and it's like family at this point, and Craig. And so it's great to see you all. So Nava is just finishing up from Morocco. She doesn't stop. God bless Nava. She's still doing this. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all. Alice, she's getting ready for Alice. I want to thank you all for being part of this. We hope you have a great night. Tomorrow's Shabbat at 6 o'clock. We have services and all the other stuff that we want to throughout. So I'm going to say good night to everyone. We say Laila Tov and Eric Tov, and thank you for being with us. Carolyn, it's great to
Lila
have you.
Tov, and thank you to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Terrific.
Nava, it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Making it.
Thank you
so much.
And I
Alice.
can't wait to make that salmon.
Alice, you better be
Yeah.
in your car soon. Let's go. I'm waiting for you.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
And by the way, to
Amazing.
our furthest participant, Doris, unmute yourself and say a few words to us. Tell everyone who you are and your connections with Islam. Doris Galindo, right there. Doris, talk to
Hi
everyone.
everyone. I guess I came to Beth Shalom because of my kid, and I started going every Saturday morning to Tash Shabbat, and then started doing all the activities and fell in love with the temple. And then my husband got his dream job in Brazil, so here I am.
Wow.
We've been here for 2 years, and we were supposed to be back this summer at Beth Shalom. Like, I had signed up my kids for school. I have 2 kids, Benjamin and Gabriel, and COVID happened, so we got delayed 1 more year. So, but we'll be there next summer.
Bye.
Wow.
You know what, Doris, what we found, and we've realized this, the time goes by so quickly. The time is just, every week, Craig and I, and a group that meets every Thursday, Craig says, I can't believe it's Shabbos already tomorrow.
Okay.
And the weeks fly by, and the weeks continue to fly
Good night
by.
dinner tomorrow night.
And
Sorry,
Karen
man.
and Mark are enjoying their food.
And I want to say to Doris, that thanks to you, it was my first time in life that I voted this year.
Yay.
Thanks to Doris.
Doris, for those that don't know, is an immigration attorney, and she was able to do everything from Brazil for Nava.
Good to know about that. From Brazil.
And last in August of 19, Nava became an American citizen. And I have to tell you, for someone that became an American citizen in 2001, like I did from Canada, last year, being at Northeast 2nd Avenue and 87th Street in that immigration ceremony, and Nava said the Pledge of Allegiance, and she was with 200 other people, and she took a picture at the Statue of Liberty, and she was part of this group. I have to tell you, when I think of it, it's like it brings tears to my eyes. It was such a special moment. And then I had the honor of going a month ago with Nava to the fire station at 53rd and Collins, and going to vote. And Nava had never voted before in this country, and I don't think she ever voted anywhere. So it's the first time she ever voted, and it was a chance for her to really, to be part of this country and have a say in this country. and Doris, it's because of you.
Thank you.
So
You're
thank you very much, Doris, really.
Thank you. No, I'm glad you voted.
And being a leader of Talk Shabbat like I've been for so many years, Doris, seeing you and your husband and your kids and welcoming the little one back. The big one will be too old by then, but having your little one with us, hopefully I'll still be doing Talk Shabbat back then with Mason and welcoming you on Shabbat morning. So listen, everyone, have a great night. Thank you for being with us. If you need anything at all, you email me. Here is, I'm going to put my email to everyone here if you need anything at all. But I also want to thank Craig Burko, who just this morning I threw this at him to ask him to be the co-host for tonight. There's my email if anyone has. And of course, to thank Nava, who is amazing in so many ways for doing this tonight. I'll tell you, the kitchen here in a half hour will be spotless because that's Nava. But we're really lucky. I'm really lucky, and I want to say thank you to Nava and thank you to all of you for participating. So, Laila Tov, everyone. Thank you for
Lila Tov. Thank you, Nava. Thank you, Mark.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Rosie. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Phyllis.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Myrna. Thank you. Bye, Phyllis. Thanks for coming. Darren, Mark, looking forward to Sunday. It's an awesome place we're going to. It'll be great. Doctor, thank you.
Doctor.
Bye, Betty. Take care.
Bye, thank you.
Not a
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Take care.
Bye.